اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Shabir Abdullah. I'm a student of the second year of the PDP class at Muhammadi Madressa, and my speech is going to be a short analysis of the sermon of Imam Zainul Abideen in Sham, where he addresses the audience of the Korean Muslim after Sayyidina Zainab has just given the sermon. He addresses them and says, "O people, God has granted us virtue in 6 and has given us excellence in 7. He has granted us virtue in knowledge, eloquence and courage and generosity and forbearance and the believer's love for us. And He has given us excellence in 7 in that He has given us the chosen prophet, a truthful Ali, Ja'far who flies with wings, and Hamza the lion of God and the lion of His prophet, and the mistress of the women of the world, and that from us are the masters of the youth of paradise. Those of you who know me, and those of you who don't, let me tell you who I am. I am the son of Makkah and Mina. I am the son of Zamzam and Safa. I am the son of the man who had the black stone in his robe. I am the son of the best of men to circumambulate the Kaaba and the best of them in prayer. I am the son of the man who rode Buraq through the air. I am the son of the man who led the angels in prayer. I am the son of the man who was taken from Masjid al-Haram to Masjid al-Aqsa. I am the son of the man who was taken to Sidratul Muntaha. I am the son of Muhammad al-Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. I am the son of Ali al-Murtada, the one who fought the disbelievers until they said La ilaha illallah. I am the son of the man who fought with 2 swords and with 2 spears and went on 2 migrations and pledged 2 allegiances. I am the son of the man who fought at Badr, Uhud and Hunayn and did not disbelieve for even the twinkling of an eye. I am the son of the believers, pious one, the descendants of the Prophet, the annihilator of the polytheists, the commander of the faithful, the glory of the worshippers, the honorable of the criers, and the luminary of the fighters. I am the son of the man who was the most patient and the best of them in prayer. I am the son of the man who was assisted by Jibreel and Mikael. I am the son of the man who was the first to come towards the call of Allah and His Prophet, and then came in precedence to him in belief. I am the son of the man who annihilated the ignoble and the uprisers and the deviators. I am the son of the man who attacked the aggressors and the blasphemous. I am the son of the man who was seen as the arrow of God, targeting the hypocrites, the man who was seen as the bearer of His knowledge, the helper of His religion, and the guardian of His wisdom. I am the son of the man who was chivalrous and bold, brave and full of valor and handsome and patient and pure from all impurities and the best of them in prayer. He exterminated the progeny of His enemies and disturbed the disbeliever parties. He owned a constant heart and a firm will and a steadfast resolution. Like a lion, He crushed the mingled spears and scattered them as the windows. I am the son of the lion of Hijaz and the master of Iraq. A Makki and a Madani and a Badri and a Uhudi and a Shajari. Ana Muhajiri and a Khayfi and a Aqabi. I am the son of the inheritor of Mash'arain. I am the son of the father of Hassan and Hussein. There is my grandfather Ali ibn Abi Talib. I am the son of the most pious of women. I am the son of the most devout of women. I am the son of Fatima al-Zahra. I am the son of Khadija al-Kubra. I am the son of the man whose body lays alone on the ground in Karbala, surrounded by the angels and the jinns and the wildebeest for whom they all cry salawat. When we come to analyze the sermon that I just recited, we realize on 3 levels. On the first level, that Imam, before he approaches to say his sermon, he realizes his audience. And he realizes in his audience are people of high rank, people such as Jewish rabbis, people such as Christian priests. So he knows that if he chooses his words carefully, he knows that Jewish priest has had a Messiah come to as a religion. He knows that the Christian priest has in his Bible written down about the Prophet. He knows if he chooses his words carefully, there may be a chance he'll be able to bring the people towards his religion. On the second level, you find that Yazid was sitting there on his throne and poking the lips and the eyes of Abu Abdullah, sitting there and reciting these three famous lines of poetry regarding Bani Hashim. He says, Yazid says to us, he looks towards Imam and says, "I wish my ancestors from Badr were here to see how I've defeated you." And there was no revelation to the Prophet and there was no news. It was just a kingdom that Banu Hashim built. On the third level, you find that the Syrians had forgotten who Ahlul Bayt were, in that when they were approaching the palace, you find a man coming towards Imam Zainul Abideen, saying to him, "May I thank Allah who did this to you and the rest of your family, and may God and Yazid annihilate you." Astaghfirullah. To which the Imam turns to and replies, "Have you heard of the verse, قُلْ لَا أَسْأَلُكُمْ عَلَيْهِ أَجْرًا إِلَّا الْمَوَدَّةَ فِي الْقُرْبَى, that I ask you no reward except that you love my dear ones? And have you heard of the verse that says, إِنَّمَا يُرِيدُ اللَّهُ لِيُذْهِبَ عَنْكُمُ الرِّجْسَ أَهْلِ الْبَيْتِ وَيُطَهِّرَكُمْ تَطْهِيرًا."
اللهم صل على محمد وعلى محمد.
The man replies to him and says, "Yes, I have heard of these verses." The Imam turns to him and says, "We are those very Ahlul Bayt that this verse spoke about. We are Ali Muhammad." To which the man starts crying. It was to this degree that the Syrians had forgotten who the Ahlul Bayt were. So bearing this in mind, we come to analyze the first passage of the sermon where he says, God has given us virtue in 6. He says, God has given us virtue in knowledge like no other, in eloquence like no other, in courage like no other, in generosity like no other, in forbearance like no other, and He's given us the believer's love for us. What's interesting about this is mentions that God has given us forbearance. Yazid has just said to him, "I wish my ancestors were here from Badr to see how I defeated you." Whereas he's reminding Yazid is saying, we have got forbearance running through our veins. As in, it was a prophet in Ta'if who came with the message towards the people and they pelted him with stones, and yet the prophet prayed for them. It was that forbearance of the prophet. It was a forbearance of Imam Ali when his Khalifat was taken from him and he stayed quiet. It was a forbearance of Imam Hussein when he was on the ground in Karbala and Shimr said to him, "Oh Hussein, why are you crying?" He said, "I'm crying because I'm the reason why these people will go to hellfire." It is that same very forbearance that will help Imam Zainul Abideen to go through this. He's reminding us, he said, "You have not defeated me." And on the second, he goes on to say, "And that from us is Ja'far who flies with wings." Why does he say this? It's because he's reminding the people of the coach at the Yazid that this Ja'far at the Yar was martyred in Jordan by the Romans. And it was those very Romans that Yazid was merrymaking with and was dealing with. He's showing the people the true nature of Yazid. Ja'far at-Tayyar was a great martyr of Islam. He carries on to say, "And that from us is Hamza, the line of God and the line of his Prophet." Why? Because it was Yazid's grandmother Hind that chewed on the liver of Hamza. And then he beautifully goes on to say about the Prophet. He talks about the Mi'raj. He says, "I am the son of the man who rode Buraq through the air, I am the son of the man who led the angels in prayer, I am the son of the man who was taken from Masjid al-Haram to Masjid al-Aqsa, I am the son of the man who was taken to Sidrat al-Muntaha." Why? Because Bani Umayyah had made a concoction that the Prophet did not go to the Mi'raj. It was just a dream. Why? To demean the Prophet and to demean the message of Islam. And that they can do that, they can carry on it with their evils. And then what's interesting is, when we reflect on the sermon, we find that 70% of the sermon is there on the merits of Imam Ali alayhi salam. 70%. Why? Because if we go to examine the context at the time, because Bani Umayyah had made Imam Ali the ghost in the night. What they used to do is they used to tell the children, if you don't go to sleep now, the ghost of Ali ibn Abi Talib will come and take you. Arsalat was Bawulelo, but it was Imam Ali was seen as a ghost figure at that time. And then when you ask, how did Imam Ali die? They used to say Imam Ali died in prayers. And they used to come and reply, did Imam Ali used to pray namaz? It was to that extent Bani Umayyah had distorted the image of Imam Ali. Why? So then if they can distort the message of Ahlul Bayt, everyone can forget who the Ahlul Bayt were and take Islam in their own hands. And secondly, and lastly, you find that negative propaganda was started to spread about Imam Ali. The cursing of Imam Ali in the Jummah Khutba was started. And that's why you find Imam Zainul Abideen praises Imam Ali like no other. He says, "I am the son of the believers, pious one, the descendants of the Prophet, the annihilator of the polytheists, the commander of the faithful, the glory of the worshippers, the honourable of the criers, and the luminary of the fighters, and the best of them in prayer." The man was assisted by Jibreel and Mikael. He exterminated the progeny of the enemies. He was chivalrous and bold. He was the lion of Hijaz, the master of Iraq. It was to that extent Imam Zainul Abideen praised Imam Ali. And it was because of this, and because of the sermon of Lady Zainab, that awakened everyone as to who these people are. And it was that consequently forced Yazid to let them free and allowing them to spread the message of Imam Hussein. Thank you very much for listening. That's the answer to the sermon. Salawat.